The topic question for our paper slideshow was, to what extent did slave codes limit the freedom of African Americans? Slave codes were definitely not fair in limiting the freedom of African Americans. Though they had differed throughout the states, all the states had a common goal. This goal was that they had to keep anything and everything that made African Americans' lives similar to the life of whites away. Some laws that limited African American freedom was that all of them were viewed as property, meaning that they did not own anything that was theirs. And it also meant that they would not be able to assemble without a white person being there. Slaves also had a very strict curfew. Not only would they suffer in everyday life, but they would also suffer in court. They would suffer in court by slaves weren't allowed to make a testimony on a white person, which basically means that they weren't able to say their side of the story. Since slaves were taught to read or write, they were illiterate. Only a very small amount of slaves would be allowed to the reading of the Bible. Marriages between slaves were not recognized, making it easier for slaves to be broken apart from their family during slave trade. All in all, slave codes limited the freedom of African Americans tremendously. This project was done by Jennifer Gomez, the presenter, Giselle Villalonga, the one in charge of the pictures, and Kamari Martinez, who did the script.